Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I'm reviewing an interesting blend that I found at my grocery store. It was so interesting that as soon as I saw what was on the label, I threw the bottle in my cart. Today we're going to be reviewing the 2017 Elqui wines. Well, it's Carménère Malbec Syrah blend. Specifically 46% Carménère, 44% Syrah, 10% Malbec. It's 14% alcohol by volume, and I got it for $10 at my local grocery store, H-E-B. Screw top plus one. So I've always been a big fan of Carménère. Ever since I tried it for the first time, and it kind of had those green spicy elements, especially with the fact that I eat a reasonable amount of Tex-Mex and Spanish-inspired foods, and I think those go really well with Carménère. Those were things that just always interested me about this wine. I also love Syrah. And so I'm really interested to see how the kind of these green spicy notes of the Carménère that was kind of what they thought was Merlot when they found it, but really was not. I'm interested to see how that works with something like those deep peppery notes that come out of a Syrah. The Malbec is going to be there as a supporting actor, offering some red fruit, a little bit of other elements, maybe some earthiness if this actually had a chance to age through the screw top, but let's find out. Okay, so from a color standpoint, I'm gonna give you a deep ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, so on the nose, ooh, wow, that's fruity. That is way fruitier than I thought it would be. So I'm getting a little bit of a black cherry, I'm getting a plum, blackberry, it's like a generic red berry, so I always lean towards red currant for that. There is a hint, just a little bit, of sort of that pyrazine you expect, that green bell pepper. But it's honestly more black peppery than it is with anything else. Getting a little bit of plum, a little bit of vanilla, some raspberry. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot going on here. It really does. The alcohol smells medium and the intensity on the nose is medium plus. Yeah, I can get elements without even sticking my nose into the bowl. Anyway, how does it taste? Yeah, okay, so first of all, if that Carménère hits on the palate, that subtle green note I was getting on the nose is a very moderately strong underlying tone across the approach, the palate, and the finish. It also has about medium plus tannins. They're a little bit sandy, but they're not too bad. They're not like super gritty or kind of scratching your mouth. It's more of like when you roll around in the sand versus like nails scratching down your back type of effect. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that in the video. The fruit is pretty, I would say it's definitely leaning towards more of the darker fruits for this blend. As I was going into the finish, more of the red fruit kind of popped out, but it is darker there. The other thing is, it really has a strong black pepper note, but it's almost like the kind of pepper note you get when you have black pepper in a soup, like if you have like whole peppercorns, and just kind of gives us this peppery essence instead of a sharp pepper, like if you freshly grind pepper onto a meal and eat it. It's a different type of, it's kind of just blended in with everything versus kind of pops of those elements. So it is there and it is reasonably intense, but it's not something that if you don't like black peppery wines that you would shy away from on this. And the other thing that I thought was interesting too is after I took a couple sips, the finish actually has a little bit of a buttery finish, like a browned butter note that popped in. I don't get it on the nose at all, but I kind of get it like right here as I'm swallowing. It just kind of hangs around right here, and as the retronasal kicks in, and I'm kind of doing other stuff. Anyway, that might be too much for you guys to care about. Let's get to the blick, because that's probably what you actually care about. So from a balance standpoint, I'm gonna give you a full point, no complaints. Length, medium plus finish, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you 0.75 there. In terms of intensity, medium plus on the nose, medium plus on the palate, so another 0.75. So in terms of complexity, I am getting a wide range of primary. I'm also getting some of those characteristic elements that you get with Carménère and Syrah. So that bell pepper and black pepper note that's present in there. I'm also getting a little bit of the red fruit from the Malbec. So with all that being said, I'll give you half a point here, because I really would like some tertiary. It is a 2017. I would like a touch of it, but I'm not really getting much tertiary there. Sure, good wine. Now, I really thought that this would be a fun experiment. What it kind of makes me want to do is take other areas and do a little bit of a blending experiment to see how it compares to all the grapes being from a certain area. So like get some Carménère from South America, and then get a Syrah from maybe France, and then get a Malbec from, well, France. Well, then decide to get the Syrah from somewhere. Anyway, I'm trying all that stuff and see if I blended it in the same proportion, how does that compare to something where all the grapes are from the same area? That would be a fun Saturday night experiment to do with your wine geek friends, or by yourself if you're just interested and you need an excuse to have a glass or two of wine. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's review, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Elqui Wines Carménère Syrah Malbec blend? I'd be interested if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again soon with another review from Wine on the Dime. It's more of like no, I'm gonna keep it in the video. Who am I kidding? I got it. All right, calm myself. This will be a blooper.